Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here, welcoming you to another one of those weekly trophy list update videos. Today's date is Monday, December 7th, 2020, so this will have covered November 30th through December 6th of 2020, getting into that final month here. So, there's a bit to talk about this week, not just with trophy hunting, but also with the post you guys might have seen. But before I get into that, I didn't get the chance to really work on Call of Duty World War II or Destiny 2 this week for obvious reasons. GTA 5, it's another new month, so I'm starting to do the logging in every day thing until I get my $1 million for the month. If they're even still doing that, they might actually be done doing that at this point. I don't entirely know yet. So I'll go ahead and clear the elephant in the room. If you guys saw the post I had online on YouTube and on Twitter, I said that I was exposed to COVID and had COVID symptoms, though I just got my test back on Sunday, and thankfully it is not COVID. Now, for the most part, I'm feeling better anyway, like the headaches, the nausea, the sore throat, and most of the fatigue has gone away. Just the only thing that's left is this weird, like, chest tightness, which I'm starting to think is something gastric instead, so thankfully that's the only symptom left, so hopefully I'll be able to get back to work probably on like Tuesday, once I can get cleared by the people, like the occupational health people where I work, because it's a whole long process and they're very terrible at their job, and I've called them like 5 times trying to get responses and they never call me back, which is pathetic. So yeah, hopefully it's all good to go. Hopefully that means I hope that the test was correct as well. That's the other thing, is I hope the test was correct. I mean, it might have been, it probably was, but I know that a lot of them are wrong, unfortunately. They're not the most accurate thing in the world. So hopefully by the end of this week we can get sort of more back to normal on everything. But that's part of the reason I didn't play too much. I was feeling kind of crummy in the middle of last week, especially like around Wednesday, Thursday. I was just not feeling like doing anything. So as for trophies earned, I earned trophies in 2 games this week, as you can see here, Wolfenstein Youngblood and Lego Harry Potter Years 1 through 4 on the PS4. So let's start off with Wolfenstein Youngblood. This game, well, let's just say that there's a reason why a lot of people don't like this game and meme stuff about it. It's not good. It's not bad, honestly. Like, it's certainly not the worst game I've ever played, but it's not good for a few different reasons. I'm not just talking about, the stupidly cringy dialogue and elevator dance sequences between the sisters, who are not that great of protagonists, especially compared to BJ, especially in, like, the New Order and even in the New Colossus. So the big problem is that you managed to sort of screw up killing lots of Nazis. That's like the most non-failable objective out there in gaming, and you pretty much couldn't do that correctly. The main problem is that the enemies take a lot of shots to kill. It's not like in the New Order where you can really sneak around and do sort of whatever you want and usually kill enemies in just a few shots. No, a lot of these enemies take like 20 or 30 hits from all sorts of different weapons to be able to kill. And I like that they made it so that, certain enemies are more damaged by certain weapons. I like that. I have no problem with that. But just, you shouldn't be taking, 50, 100 shots to kill fairly normal enemies, because that takes a lot of the fun out of it. But as for the trophy list, it is a pretty easy platinum trophy, though it is a fairly time-consuming one, and we'll get into that in a moment. It does have this one online trophy for completing a mission with a co-op player. I'll get that done sooner rather than later, hopefully. Kill 500 enemies, completely unmissable. You have just a lot of kill-based trophies, so this one I know is a little bit tougher, but most of them aren't too bad. 50 kills with thrown weapons, so that can be grenades or throwing knives. Oh, I must have gotten this trophy last Sunday. Okay, I didn't realize I had started this game last Sunday. So yeah, I guess I already got those couple trophies. Revive or be revived 25 times. That's going to come naturally. I have a feeling the game would be more fun if you were playing the whole thing in co-op, if you had like a good friend to play through it with. But honestly, finding someone that wants to play this game is not going to be the easiest thing in the world. Obtain 15 abilities. There's a lot of abilities in this game, so it's going to take a while to get all of them, but I've earned 15 of them, more than 15 of them, because this was done earlier in the week. Then you have, this is basically like one of the main bosses of the game, as I've said before. Like this one I already beat, then this one is the next, well, not necessarily the next, you can tackle these in whatever order you want, because the game is, I give it credit, it's open world, and you can jump between different areas to do different missions, and it does have, it's got a little bit of that Homefront the Revolution or Freedom Fighters feel, where it's like you can go in, you can tackle the objectives in different ways. If you do something in one area, it might make a different area a little bit easier. Whether it gives you upgrades or a new weapon, or if it gives you secret passages or something like Into the Brothers. So they tried to make some differences with it. It's just the gameplay and the dialogue and all that stuff is just not good. And it could have been better. It could have certainly been a better game. So the game has a lot of collectibles as well. But the big thing in this game is you have to achieve Mastery Level 10 with all weapons, as well as fully upgrade all weapons. So Mastery Level 10 requires a stupid number of kills with each weapon in the game, and there's about 10 weapons. Let's see, there's the pistol, the Sturmgewehr, the Kugelgewehr, the Elektrokraftwerk, the Laserkraftwerk, the Dieselkraftwerk, any hammer weapon. I don't know exactly what that means. I assume that means maybe melee. The Blitzgewehr, the machine pistol. Okay, there's a different one for melee. And those are story-related trophies, I believe. I believe that's story, right? No, 50 enemies with their own bullets. Okay, I have no idea how to do that. That's the story trophy. So yeah, you have to achieve Mastery Level 10 with all weapons, which just takes a ridiculous amount of kill grinding. So yeah, not looking forward to that, because in theory, this platinum, without these level 10 trophies and the fully upgrade all weapons trophies, if I can find that in here somewhere, it might be a hidden trophy, I don't know, but I'll see if I can find it. It's not that, it's this one, obtain all improved weapon upgrades. It requires about 140,000 coins to do this one. So if it wasn't for this trophy and the mastery level trophies, this would be like a 15-hour platinum probably, because I mean, I'm only about 5.5 hours in, and I'm pretty close, I think, to the end of the story, even though I still got a good number of side missions left. So if it wasn't for those couple of trophies, it would be a much more reasonable platinum. And it's just, I mean, more than half of the time you spend in this game is going to be grinding, and not even really fun grinding, because by that point the game's going to be a lot less fun. So yeah, not looking forward to that aspect of the game. Like I said, if it was just beating the story and even beating all the side missions, maybe get one weapon fully upgraded and one weapon to mastery level 10, that would be something different. That wouldn't be a big deal, you know, that's not that bad. But all of the weapons fully upgraded and master leveled is just too much. It's because it's a grind. It's not even a difficult thing. It's just a grind, because you can play this game on the easiest difficulty and earn all the trophies. I'm not playing on the easiest. I'm playing on the second easiest just to speed things up. I don't want to drop it down to the easiest just yet. I hope I don't have to. But it's just ridiculous. Now, I think that if you're playing on higher difficulties, you might get better rewards from some of the missions if you're replaying missions to get coins and kills and stuff. But I don't know about that. So really, this is not the most fun experience. I was hoping the game was going to be at least kind of fun from gameplay. I thought that most of the hatred for it was just from the grinding and from the cringiness. But no, a big issue with it is the gameplay, and I wasn't really anticipating that, so that kind of sucks. But you know, it is what it is. I'll get it done. I'll have another Wolfenstein Platinum. After this one, I still want to do Wolfenstein 3D, because that one's just a 100% downloaded game on PS3. I don't think it's particularly hard. Wolfenstein 09 is undoable. The servers are down. I thought about starting it, remember, guys, like earlier this year or late last year, and I'm glad I didn't, because the servers went down not long after, and we're already having issues by that point. There's Wolfenstein Cyberpilot, which if I ever get a PSVR, I would do that one, because it's not particularly hard, and it's not even that long of a game, and it has a platinum. I'm obviously not going to do any of the German stacks, because that's just too much extra effort for stacking games that I don't really do anymore. And then, of course, there's the new Colossus, and we all know how that's not ever going to happen. So the other game I worked on, and I think I actually started working on it this week, it looks like I did, was Lego Harry Potter Years 1 through 4 on the PS4. So this is a Lego game that I was definitely a little more hesitant about, because this game is known on the PS3 for being probably the buggiest Lego game in the franchise, at least on consoles. I think there might be a couple on the Vita that are more broken, But in terms of the console LEGO games, this one is by far the worst, with constant, just standard sort of normal-ish glitches, as well as actual constant potential game-breaking bugs and platinum-breaking bugs that can require you to start the whole game over again, which is terrible. And I mean, I'm not even past all the potential bugs in this game yet. So in this game, the platinum is actually not even 100% the same as other console LEGO games. It's a little more heavily focused on miscellaneous objectives than most of them, because you only get these 6 trophies through here for completing the story. So those are the only ones you're guaranteed to get from story stuff. And there's 24 levels to the game, by the way. Now, I mean, it's not an overly long story, but you do have to complete all those missions, and you only get 6 trophies for it. And I believe there's one lesson you can actually miss. I mean, you can go do it later, but you can technically miss it. Then you have the house crests. There are 4 pieces to a crest in each level, and there is, 24 levels. So it's, what is that, 4 times 24? So that's, 96 total house crest collectibles, which isn't really a lot. It's a lot less than the mini kits, and a good chunk of them can be earned in standard play, which is kind of nice. There are 20 red bricks. Those are scattered throughout the hub world. So those are the, cheats that are in most of the LEGO games that can make your life a lot easier. Invincibility, score multipliers, etc. You have to collect all of the gold bricks, which there are 200 of them. Plus, I think there's like 4 more from a bonus level or something that you get once you beat everything else. So there's quite a few gold bricks, so it's going to take a while to get through that. There's 50 students in peril. There's 1 in every level, and then 26 scattered throughout the hub world. They're usually fairly easy to find. True Wizard is just the stud meter, which is very easy once you have a red brick for the score multiplier. Complete the game to 100%. That's just, that's a lot of stuff to do, and the problem is the gold bricks trophy, and therefore the 100% trophy, because there's a few locations that are known to be really buggy. The main ones are let's see, there's the library, which I have not actually done yet, so fingers crossed, knock on wood there. Hopefully that didn't startle anyone, because that might have been a little bit loud in the mic. Because I've actually got a new pop filter now, guys. I don't know if I mentioned that. I haven't really had the chance to mention that recently, but I've got a new pop filter, which is good. So this one, they're not even that expensive, which is nice, because the other one, the filter part actually works fine. It's the clamp doesn't clamp anymore. So at least I know that these are pretty easy to get and pretty cheap. I mean, it's by far the cheapest of the pieces of equipment that we use compared to like a mic or a computer or a console or a capture card. But yeah, that's one place that can glitch. The Charms classroom is another famous glitched area. And then I want to say that there's maybe the clock tower can glitch out, though I've already done the clock tower in the Charms room without any issues, so that's good. Maybe they were fixed in the PS4 version. That is one possibility, is that they were all fixed there. But I would just say, before going into those 3 areas, as well as before getting the Voldemort token at the very end of the game, that you make backup saves before all of them, just in case something goes wrong, so you can just re-download it and not have to replay the game. And this is not, the longest LEGO game out there. This is a 20 to 25 hour platinum, so it's average LEGO platinum length, especially for like PS3 era LEGO games, because that's where it came from first. Then let's see, we have, like I said, there's a lot of miscellaneous trophies in this game. It's a lot more heavily weighted toward miscellaneous trophies than many of the LEGO games, especially more in the modern day, where you get like a trophy for every single level. So buy all the versions of Voldemort. This is going to be one of the last trophies you get. All the Gryffindor Quidditch teams, so you're going to get that while going to 100%. The Time Turner, you're going to need to use this many times while going for 100% for collectibles. I don't know what this is. I need to actually look into what that is. I think it's something in the Gringotts Bank with the bonus levels, but I'm not 100% sure. Or it might even be those bonus levels. I don't actually know. 20 enemies with Fang. He's Hagrid's dog. That's pretty simple. Buy all the Weasleys. Defeat Quirrell while playing as Voldemort, so that's something you have to do in free play, so just make sure you select Voldemort for that one. So that's probably going to be one of the last trophies you can get, I guess, because... Actually, yeah, that would be one of the last trophies you can get, because there's only one version of Voldemort you can buy, and you can't get him until you've done everything else in the game, so that's going to be the last trophy I get, I guess. 10 million studs in one level, super easy once you have the stud multipliers, it's not going to be a problem. 20 spiders with Ron, there's a good mission to do this early on in the game, like in the second movie, you can just go in and do it there. Freeze 20 characters using Glacius. I don't know if that's a ghost ability or if it's a spell, because some of the ghosts can freeze people. You can scare 20 students with a ghost character. Not exactly sure how to do it, but not really like difficult. Just a little bit of grinding with some of those trophies. All the animagi, that's just a type of collectible, a type of character. So just buy all of them and you're going to get that along the way. The mountain troll using Quirrell, that's another level specific trophy that's fairly easy. Oh, wow, okay, so I earned this trophy like 2 weeks ago almost. Okay, well, I guess it's pretty much unmissable. Solid little reference right there, but that's easy. This is in the final level of the game. You have to defeat Harry while playing as Voldemort, so that's pretty simple. This one you have to go to the library and change your settings, which is a pretty creative trophy. 10 kills with a muggle, 50 devil snare plants, so just, simple, grindy, easy trophies. The Ghost Studs one. The Ghost Studs one actually is not missable, so whichever guide said that is actually incorrect. You don't have to worry about this one being missable, because the ghosts will still float around, like Nearly Headless Nick will still float around the castle even after you finished all the missions, and he'll still drop Ghost Studs. It might be a little less consistent, but thankfully it's not missable, so that's good. And the Quidditch level within 5 minutes, that's just do it in free play. It probably won't be a problem. I'm currently working... The reason I don't have that many of the trophies done yet is because I'm mostly working my way through Hogwarts and getting all the glitched stuff done first, or potentially glitched stuff, because none of the levels are known to have that kind of an issue with them. So if I can do all of the open world stuff, get all of it done, then I'm going to be good to go, because at that point, it's just the levels, which is really not that hard. There's some good collectible guides on PSN Profiles. That's the one I've been following. That one's pretty solid. It's very detailed with everything, as well as telling you where the glitches are. It might have been better if it had been grouped by room versus by type of collectible, but that's just a little nitpick. But anyway, we're going to sync up the trophies here. Level 710, 97%, 19,667 total trophies. Wow, 2/3 of the way from 19,000 to 20,000, man. Maybe I need to make something good for a 20,000th trophy. That would have been a solid thing for My Name is Mayo if I had held off on it. 481 platinums, 2,782 golds, 5,255 silvers, 11,149 bronzes. So plans for the upcoming week. I mean, I've been saying it. Hopefully I can work on, Call of Duty World War II and Destiny 2, and I'll keep logging into GTA 5 unless someone tells me that I'm wasting my time, because there isn't a reward this month. But then I will continue, of course, working on Wolfenstein and on Lego Harry Potter, as well as I've got Goosebumps 2, like the second Goosebumps game in Gamefly. I just need to go ahead and do that, because that's only going to take like a day to get through. I think it's going to take less than a day. There's guides for it to do it in 2 hours, so just need to stop being lazy about that and go ahead and get it done so I can send it back, get something else. I think I might have a Lego game actually next up in the queue, or Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is exciting because that game looks awesome. So otherwise, though, it's just, I got to figure out why I'm still, stuffed up in the chest. I don't really know what the issue is. I don't know if it's... I kind of doubt that it's anything allergy-related. I just don't really... It doesn't feel like my normal allergies. But apparently it's not COVID, because I got the COVID test and that came back negative today, or Sunday. So, but hopefully I'll also be back at work soon, too, and hopefully I'll be more on a consistent uploading and streaming schedule this week. Still just... It tires me out because I can't breathe as easily, so that's why I didn't really stream this week. So we'll see. Hopefully maybe have a drunk stream on Friday. It'll be a shorter one because we can just finish off Infinite Warfare handgun only, which will just leave us with Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2019, which is pretty awesome. Modern Warfare 3, of course, I was waiting, hoping that there would be a remaster, but I'm not seeing any proof that that's ever going to happen anytime soon, so probably just going to go ahead and do it. Modern Warfare 2019 will probably only take one night because it's a shorter game. So that is going to be it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you this week for some more.